of you, we can say that you've put rock and roll into an adult territory, because before you it was all talking about sex, about wanting to bang a girl or a boyfriend and stuff. Suddenly after you start to write heroin, and you start to write songs for Delmore Schwartz, and now with this record, you're doing it again. You're pulling up your divorce to make a record about change. Do you think there is some other people valuable working in the same territory, or do you think you're the only one?
Oh, I can't imagine I'm the only one, and I'm not the one to say whether I am, but certainly with the Velvet Underground, when I first started writing, and I read William Burroughs and Hubert Selby and John Ricci and Raymond Chandler, of course, which is just stylistically interesting to me. It seemed to me odd that there was nothing in rock, for instance,
as intelligent,
that you could listen to this way. I mean, you could go back and listen to Kurt Weill, Brecht, but still nothing along the lines of what I had in mind. So it was a great opportunity for me because, as far as I could see, there wasn't anybody else doing that. And I've tried to maintain that type of writing and using rock and roll as a vehicle for that kind of writing. Because in the end, I'm a rock and roll animal.
Yeah.
I love rock and roll, but I always have since age 9.
You wrote one of the quintessential songs of all time. I mean, can you remember for us, just for the fun of it, Sweet Jane? When you wrote Sweet Jane, how did you do that?
Actually, you know, I mentioned in the article,
yeah.
The first time I wrote Sweet Jane, and I remember it, but it didn't have those lyrics. When I say I wrote it, I'm talking about the guitar part. And I remember coming up with that, and I called Sterl up. I said, hey, I want you to hear this lick. This is really good. You know, that was, I don't know, that must have been 67, something like that. So yeah, I remember that just because it's such a great lick.
Yeah, but dun, dun, dun.
You know, and it's the little hop. And I know it's a great lick because one time I'm walking down the street in New York and I heard that lick. And I said, who could be playing this? How strange. And I went and it was a kid practicing guitar. Now it's just like something, it's just one of 100 licks that kids practice.
It's a classic.
Yeah, so I really liked it for that, just the way I practiced Chuck Berry.
You are a Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres, which is very high recognition from the French people, and you have been covered with honors, and still you sing about drugs, and you're going to go on tour, I'm sure you're going to do drug songs, and you haven't changed your message.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't like to tell anyone what to do. I don't like to be on a soapbox, and I'm not here to advise people how to live their lives. I just write about what I want to write about, but I don't think I've written about drugs as a subject for quite a while,
yeah, for quite a while,
to say the least,
yeah.
Because it's not an obsession. It's just that my personal opinion about things is I think most things should be legalized, and it would make things a lot better for everybody. And that no one ever got cirrhosis of the liver from marijuana that I know of.
That's another thing you did, and nobody mentions it. It's you invented industrial rock with a crazy project called Metal Machine Music.
Yeah, for a long time people thought I wasn't serious, that I did it to get out of the record label, but it's not true. I really love that. Loud guitars, feedback, distortion. People say it must be Lou Reed.
Yeah. People say there is lots of stuff inside that record. They say there is Ravel and there is classical influences.
I used to say that to interviewers, but I was making it up. So, but I say in my bio that I'm a liar. So it's not like no one's been warned. But there's some really great things in there. I wish someone would make a good CD. I think I said to you that your viewers should not buy the CD version that's out now because it's really inferior, and you can't buy the recorded version because it doesn't exist. So until someone makes a good version of it, it's unavailable. I told you the best version was in quad.
Yeah.
That was pretty loud. That was pretty good.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I think our time is up.
Great.
Thank you, Lou. Thanks for
It's always
coming.
my pleasure.
You come back
You know,
anytime.
I heard it was you, and I said, I know him. He's a great guy.